Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Dusknoir. Now I have covered Dusknoir before, pre-Isle of Armor update, so if you want to check that video out you may do so now. It will be in the corner with a card there available for you. But today I've got 3 sets, 2 generic and 1 dynamax, and we're just going to jump straight in. So the good thing about Dusknoir is that we have really high attack at base 100 and the defenses are really high, but the HP is fairly low, which makes it a little bit less of an able Pokemon because of that low HP stat, even though having those amazing defenses. So, first set I've gone for, we're going to go for a physical set here. So we've got Choice Band, which is obviously really good. 1.5 times in your attack, and it will boost all of the attacks on here. So we've got Sucker Punch, which is a priority move, which can work really nicely as your speed is quite slow. Now, you can always run Dusknoir in a Trick Room team. I think that is definitely an option to run. Because of its low speed, going for like a quiet nature, maybe even go for room service as the item, but that is an option for you to go for, even with this set if you want to. Other move-wise, we've got Poltergeist, which is powerful ghost-type move, obviously introduced in this generation, and it only works when the opponent is holding an item, so do be cautious if they're not holding an item. If you've got knockoff, for example, do keep track of what Pokemon are holding items and whatnot. Especially with the Choice Band here, it can be a little bit risky, so if you want to go for something like Shadow Sneak, again, to have that priority, you can, or Phantom Force even, but Poltergeist might work quite well if you don't have knockoff as an item, or as a move on any of your Pokemon. Other move-wise, we've got Fire Punch, powerful fire-type attack, it's a variety of Pokemon. That's all I need to say about that, and same with Thunder Punch, it's just a good variety move, hitting different Pokemon there. Eevee's gone for max HP and max attack with adamant nature, so more attack. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. More attack and less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. So, a little bit bulkier. You could always go for the brave nature here to have more attack and less speed if you want to. As I said, room service is an option, but Choice Band, again, very good option for Dusknoir here. The second set we have, this is kind of a hybrid of a couple of my normal sets. Now, you can run this a few different ways. If you want to go for more of a physical offensive set, you could go for the Power Up Punch with an Assault Vest and then go for 3 more attacking moves. Obviously, I've shown off attacking moves in that previous set. But this one is a bit more of a hybrid. You've got Power Up Punch allowing you to raise up your attack a little bit just to make you a little bit more physically offensive and make you're generally a bit more tanky with this set. You've got Shadow Sneak. Priority move, really, really good, especially with your low speed. This one doesn't really work in the Trick Room per se, because you don't necessarily need to go first in a lot of scenarios. In fact, going second might be more helpful with the Pain Split scenario. We've got Toxic. It is a transfer-only move, so you would have to transfer from a previous generation with a Pokemon that's already known Toxic, and then Toxic can do a few really, really cool things. So it can either stop Pokemon from setting up as much as they normally would, so set-up sweepers wouldn't set up as much as they normally would, and then they'll try and sweep, but they won't have enough power to do so, or they will set up fully and they're on a timer so much that they are not going to be able to sweep your whole team. So that's why I like using Toxic. It also breaks down walls and means they can't stay in forever, so things like P2 it becomes a little less worrisome when you've got Toxic there. And then Pain Split, this can be really effective if used correctly. Now, if you don't use it correctly, it can also work very negatively against you. But let's say you've got a Milotic, it's lowish on health, you're predicting a recover. You use the Pain Split, that'll bring your health back up and their health down, which can work quite well. Obviously, if they don't go for the recover, they're expecting you to Pain Split. You are going to be put in a situation there where you're not going to want to be. So you do need to be very, very cautious when using these moves, using Pain Split. But it should work very nicely for you if you are making the correct predictions, if you are potentially being safe with your plays if you need to be. EVs, there are a couple of ways of running this. So you can go max HP, max special defense with a careful nature, so more special defense, less special attack. You can go max HP, max defense with an impish nature if you wanted to. You possibly could even go max HP, max attack if you wanted to, but that's up to you what you decide to go for. Now finally, we're going to move on to Dusknoir's final set. Now I haven't covered the abilities. Dusknoir only gets Pressure or Frisk. Now Frisk, I would say, is always going to be better. Pressure is only really viable with low PP moves, because realistically games, unless you're in like, I don't know, all have ridiculously weak Pokemon or something, then Pressure is just not going to be much worth. You've got Frisk as an option to see the items. I think that will always be the better one. Pressure can only really work with things like Hydro Pump and that, so sometimes it can work, but it's much more situational than Frisk, and Frisk you can find out the item. If there is an item, because I imagine it is difficult to track sometimes. Maybe a weakness policy got activated early on in the match and you forgot about it, so having the Frisk there can remind you, and that can go well with Poltergeist. Now, on this set, I've gone for Life Orb. You could go for Choice Band if you want to, but I thought Life Orb works quite nicely. I've gone for Brick Break, which when you Dynamax will turn to Max Knuckle, increasing up your attack. Earthquake, increasing up your special defense from using Max Quake. You've got Shadow Sneak, which is your priority ghost type attack. You can use Max Terror. No, it's not Max Terror. It is Max Phantasm if you need to. I'm not quite sure what that does off the top of my head. It lowers one of the opponent's stats, but I can't remember which one it lowers. I think it lowers special defense, but I'm not 100% sure. And then you've got Destiny Bond here as well. I thought Destiny Bond would work quite nice to have Max Guard as well if you need it, because sometimes obviously you do need that option to burn a set using Max Guard. Or burn a move, sorry, using Max Guard. EVs, I've got max HP and max attack with an Adamant Nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. If you want to, you can always run this as max HP, max defense, and have that option there to make you a little bit more tanky, obviously raising up your special defense with an Earthquake, and then raising up your attack with Brick Break, so that is options there. You do have to obviously consider what you want to go for personally, and see where you go with this. Now, you could run this in a Trick Room. It'd be more easy to run this in doubles with a Trick Room, so I think Porygon 2 would work as a really good kind of co-op with this, so the Porygon can set up the Trick Room whilst you're setting up whilst Dynamaxing. I think that would work really quite nicely. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.